You're all out there having the best day possible. And as always, I appreciate you taking a bit of time out of that day to actually watch one of my videos. And I do hope you guys all had a good holiday. I know not everyone celebrates Christmas, of course, but whatever days out of the year mean something to you, I really hope that you're able to make the most of them. And to anyone who does actually celebrate Christmas, I hope you took the time to actually spend with your family, not just focusing on things that you're going to get. I know most of you guys are adults, so you're probably not getting too much in the first place, but you know what I mean. Just got to really make sure you appreciate the true value of a holiday, I think. But with that being said, I wanted to show you guys the actual silver that I picked up over the last 2 months because I have done unboxings of all of this stuff, but generally speaking, the unboxings themselves don't usually get too many views. And I think more people like to see an actual recap of like a larger amount of stuff, especially when it's someone like myself who isn't exactly buying a ton of silver at once. Let's be fair, because this isn't like a crazy amount to have gotten in 2 months period of time by any means, but I figure it's enough where at least it'll be a cool little collection of stuff to actually show you guys. And I do have a decent amount of silver actually on the way as well. I got a really awesome lot of stuff coming from one guy, and then I have something else on hold that's actually going to be silver and gold, so definitely looking forward to that as well. But let me get into this for you guys. Back here, we got a decent little bit of constitutional silver, and to be fair, I already had some of these 40% Kennedy half dollars before I did combine the tubes together. I think I already had about 12, I want to say. So a few of the ones that are in this tube actually did come from the order that I got. I got a little bit over 20 Kennedy halves, but it's enough to fill an entire tube, and then enough to make this one a little bit beefier. And then there's also a few 90% Kennedys in there. And then I actually ran out of proper coin tubes for the quarters, so you guys can see I have a bunch of Washington silver quarters actually in these tubes instead of having them in the proper holder. Thankfully, I do have one for dimes because those would be really hard to stack in here without them falling all over. But I have a decent amount of Roosevelt dimes as well. I think there's one Mercury in there at the top. Yeah. So, but the rest are Roosevelt. So, decent little bit of junk. I guess junk silver you'd call it, because it's not like really like coals or anything. I don't buy coal silver just because you don't really know the weight of silver you're getting anymore when coins are missing like 5 or 10% of their silver content. But they're nothing of any kind of special value really beyond the silver that's in them. Then I actually do have a decent peace dollar that came in the lot though here, which I'm definitely happy to have gotten in there. And then even this Franklin half dollar still sells for around double melt, especially in the decent condition that this one is in. Definitely a solid looking coin. So happy to have gotten those within that lot because it was all priced as junk silver at exactly melt price plus shipping. And in that same order, I actually got these two Eagles as well. I think I got a really good deal on them from what I remember. It was like $65 for the pair, which I'm definitely happy to have paid because the one Eagle is nothing too special. I think it's just 2020. Actually, I don't remember the year. I think it's a little older. Yeah, it's a 2015. So a little bit of an older Eagle, definitely in a pretty solid shape, but it does have a bit of milk spotting on it. You can kind of see it there in that shot. So that takes away a little bit from it, but nothing too crazy, obviously. But then this is actually the 2007 W Proof Eagle, and the only thing it's missing is the COA, which obviously he was upfront about, but you can see it's still in really nice shape. And it does have some scuffing like on the holder, unfortunately, but I'm pretty certain that the coin itself, excuse me, is pretty pristine. But in any case, not too bad of a price to pay, 32.50 per eagle. That's usually like what you'd pay for like pretty low value eagles, I think, in terms of the premium. Like you'd probably pay like 29.30 a piece in a good case scenario for eagles. So definitely not too shabby, I don't think, to be paying that price for them. And then right here, I got a couple pieces of silver I picked up from someone who I actually started off by selling a lot of silver to him back in my raffle days when I was winning a lot of stuff. And then he really kind of took off in terms of his own page, and he's doing a lot of numbers nowadays, selling to a lot of people, really doing a lot of great stuff. But this is an awesome bar right here just because of the fact that it's very low mintage. You guys can see on the front, this is 40, I think, what is that, 40? I'm trying to read it through the camera myself, so because I want to make sure you guys can read it, so I'm trying to read it through the camera. But yeah, it should be 43 out of 100. Yeah, it is. But sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling so much to get that. But yeah, really nice bar, definitely. And then we got a little coin right here as well. Nothing too special, but decent little piece of silver. And then right here, I got a nice little bag of Christmas rounds from Pit Bullion. Actually, got 10 of the 1/10 ounce rounds and then 20 of the 1 gram rounds. So we're talking about, and I think it's a 10 ounce Troy. So it should be about 1.5. No, not quite. I mean, 1 1/3 I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm saying it as if like we're under 1.5. It's obviously 20 grams is about 2/3 of an ounce of silver, and we're talking troy ounces here because there's like 26 grams in a normal ounce, but it's 31.1 grams in a troy ounce of silver. And I said normal ounce because I really can't pronounce that word. It starts with an A, but yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Sorry that I'm rambling on so long, but got a nice little set of these just so I'd have a decent amount of each round, and they're really awesome. You guys can see both sides of the design in here. They're all the same, the 1/10 and the gram rounds, but got Santa on one side, and then you got a really cool, intricate design. I'm not really doing it justice here, to be honest with you guys, but yeah, I mean, really cool rounds to get from the guy for sure. And then I also got this silver bar set. This came from Reckless Metals, as you can probably figure out. But this is really cool because he sold the bars individually, and you can see there the uncirculated finish as a 500 mintage, and then both the proof finish and the antiqued finish have a mintage of 100. But I actually bought this as a full set, so I got all three together, which made it a little bit of a better price. But it also makes it like a little bit harder to come by because not too many people have the full set, since he did sell the other bars individually as well. I think he only sold like 11 or something as a full set. So there were a lot of people, my point is, that bought just the, one of these bars or just a couple of these bars, right? The ones that have 100 mintage. So not too many people out there actually have all three bars as a set together, I don't think. So that's really cool, definitely. And I just wanted to have all three finishes because I was like, it's a really awesome bar as it is, but the different finishes almost like give each bar a little bit different details. And I was just like, hey man, I definitely want to pick that up because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily, at least in my past, ever like remember collecting anything that was actually for the sake of collecting silver as opposed to just buying silver to try to get more weight or just buying whatever was available. So I really am trying to get more into the actual collector sets and more into the stuff from the community that actually supports fellow members of the community. Now, you guys are probably already a little disappointed to see that these rolls are not filled with coins. Definitely not quite as valuable, but I do actually have some silver shot that I got. And you're probably wondering, why'd you bother divvying it up between three different tubes? It would clearly all fit in one, which is definitely true, but unfortunately, it's not just to inflate my ego and make it look like I got more silver. Rather, I actually had to do this because I have this little jewelry scale here, and it has a maximum capacity of 200 grams. Now, I know that, well, I say I know. I don't even think told you guys the weight yet. It's actually only 10 troy ounces of silver shot. And I know that realistically speaking, a scale with a 200-gram limit should be able to weigh each half because, it should only be 311 grams of silver. But these tubes do weigh a little bit on their own. So I didn't want it to be like 201 grams on one of them or something and barely go over. So I just cut it up into three. And I was like, that way for my own purposes, because I'm going to be divvying it up anyway, it's a little bit easier just to have it already kind of separated into three different tubes instead of having it all together. That way I don't have to have all three tubes out at once if I'm trying to do something with it. But with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed this recap. I know it was mostly just me rambling and then a little foot slip there as well. So for you guys out there who enjoy that, hey, maybe that'll make you drop a like. But if you did for some reason find yourself enjoying this video, I know I probably wouldn't myself, but hey, yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching all the way to the end, and it really does mean a lot to me, truly, everyone who supported this channel over time, because the channel did the channel did genuinely make a decent amount of revenue despite the fact that those videos were pretty terrible that I made back in the day. So I know I am truly lucky to have had any success at all, and it does mean a lot to me that you guys kind of made that, not kind of, you definitely made that possible. So thank you guys so much. I'll stop making myself look like an idiot here. Peace.